have an indication that I'm going to try to read as best I can. That our decisions today and for the year ahead be made with consideration of our diverse needs and those we serve. Let's be grateful to our dedicated staff. Their professionalism and dedication creates a system that serves many members of our community. We are thankful for our community's trust and vision. Let's respond by reinforcing our commitment to building a transportation system they will be proud of. Looking back, we're thankful for a year of safe service and looking ahead to a bright future for public transportation in our region. Thank you all for being an essential part of the coast of coast. One more thing before the pledge, two more things. One is I want to thank Brian. I think he's done a phenomenal job this whole year, this last hour or a couple hours, whatever. And I really appreciate it. I know it's a lot of work. I know all his staff have contributed, and I appreciate all of you too, and all the ones that are not here as well. The other thing is, I got a text message yesterday from Rob. Rob, he's having a very rough time. It's very, very hard on him. And I think he would really appreciate a text message. I would not call him. He's having a lot of hearing problems. I would text him if you can. If you don't have his phone number, it's in the contact list, or I can give it to you. But he has had a very, very rough year. And yesterday, in a message, he sounded a little more positive than I've heard him, but
He's still in the hospital?
he's not in the hospital now. He said he was going to get more medical treatment next week. He didn't say he'd be back in the hospital. Anyway, if you have a minute, text him. I know he'll appreciate it. Pledge.
I
I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation,
Indivisible.
liberty and justice for all.
And that makes
That's
sense.
great.
Yeah, I learned it. I learned it without in
You're
God.
gone.
Yeah,
Didn't we all?
yeah,
When we went to school, there were only 48 states, remember?
yeah. Well, you went there was like 13.
Thank you.
Yeah. Is that kind of roll call?
Yes. Okay.
Marty, roll call.
I'm sorry. Melissa,
Candace was talking to you. Blame it on her.
Catherine D'Angelo. Here. Carol Eichhoff,
Here.
Eugene Johnson. Elijah Meckert,
I am here.
Bernard Silverman.
Here.
Quigg,
Yeah.
Randall Wallace.
Here.
Thank you. We have a forum. I have a motion to approve the agenda.
I so moved.
Second,
Second,
any discussion on the agenda? All in favor, please say aye.
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 We didn't see minutes.
Yeah, we'll have to push those to next month.
Yeah, okay. Do we have any visitors? I don't see anybody.
No, we do not.
Okay. We have no public comment. Okay, committee report, service pack. We haven't had committees last for a while, so I'm gonna turn it over to Dr. Twig if he has anything to tell us.
one of the things I'm trying to attempt, and we're gonna make sure, to get the service pack more in line with the organizational plan and the consultants that are driving all of this
Yep.
stuff. So, Brian and I, in fact, at our last meeting, we talked about this. And, I know we have something coming up on the 17th. But there's a North Myrtle Beach stakeholder meeting. And I've already informed the rest of the committee. Just so they're available, just so they know. But anything else, I'll defer to the general manager.
I went to one of the stakeholders meeting, the one in Conway, and it was very good. Is Mary Kate leading it again? She did a good job.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she made it.
She used to be a stand-up comedian.
Yeah, well, it wasn't that funny, but
Just transit we're talking
she did a good job in it.
Sorry you said that, Bernie. I'm very offended.
It just made that she's really comfortable in front of a crowd.
Yeah, and she made everyone else comfortable too. It was a good job. Finance committee. I have not looked at the financials, not even, I didn't even know the minutes weren't in there.
Oh, for shame on you.
So, yeah, so Brian, do you want to give a quick rundown?
See if I just, I switch over to the, does that change? Yes, it does. Does that change for you, Elijah?
Yep.
Very good. So not a whole lot to report. I would say that we're a little offline on labor costs, primarily because I did do a, bonus pool. Everybody in the organization got something, a little bit. I think the last round goes out, or went out this past week, right? So that's a December expense, but still, try to do something for everybody. Otherwise, expenses are moving along pretty well. Vehicle maintenance is a little light. We're gonna be doing another, refurb on an engine, possibly as soon as January. And so that will come back in line, and fuel's been good to us. Hopefully it continues, in that realm. I did want to look at something on page 2, just to kind of make sure you all were on the same page. The budgeted numbers for revenue at the top of the income statement on page 2 are closer to RIDE 4 numbers than they are to what was actually in the budget. And so that looks a little better than maybe it should, although I would say that if we were incorporating all of the RIDE 4 dollars, that our year-to-date budget would be in the neighborhood of 750,000 as opposed to 543,000. So I toned that back a little bit, just so that we're staying within the ballpark. We're not showing a significant underage or a significant overage. So similar to like the state money, it's backloaded in the, but that number probably isn't going to change much when we do the revision. That's really a revised number.
So you revise the number, before you revise the budget?
Well, I think what happened, Bernie, what had happened was, no, what happened is that we delivered the October report after the referendum. And I put it in there just to see what it would look like, and I forgot to take it out. But we had it when I put it in there.
Right, okay.
So yeah, and I was looking at the budget, I was like, man, that looks weird. And, you know, if I go into that cell, that 4.458 million, there's some sales tax dollars in there.
Okay, so we know that though.
Yeah.
We know that.
But
But thank you for telling us.
yeah, but the year to date is kind of what it should be based on road use fees. Okay. The other big hitter here is you will see in the neighborhood of $4.5 million in grant revenue for the capital side. We made the purchase of the property, so that's in there. I would imagine that doesn't hit the balance sheet yet, does it?
It says construction in process.
So it's in process.
It's in a CIP account.
Yeah, so we'll
It's
kind
been languished there for years.
yeah, so it'll stay there until it's completed, and then it'll move into the assets and be on the balance
You
sheet.
can see it on the balance sheet.
So it's in CIP. Other than that, not a whole lot. Ridership was down a little bit compared to last November. I guess I should speak to cash requirements before I get to ridership. Page 8. We're waiting on some funding to hit from the state. They owe us in the neighborhood of, let's see, 170, 140, 350, close to $325,000. 173 of that is September expenses. So they've kind of fallen off the wagon again. There's a chance I will have to do a short-term note in order to make sure that we're covering payroll and everything. And what I'm thinking about doing is borrowing against the 146, which is October expenses, but it's against a dollar amount that we are going to be receiving in the near future. And as soon as we receive it, I will pay off the note. So that could be, I think we'll put the note for 60 days, but we should pay it off well before that.
It's well below the threshold. You got permission to do that.
Yeah, it's based on those, and this was an unintended purpose, but if I know I'm gonna get about $1.8 million on October 15th, that counts as money that we know is coming in, like a note that, so that's kind of what I'd use the same policy for when we're doing operating loans. But, obviously, full disclosure, you guys will know before I do it.
Good, okay.
So but this is set up, I'm really expecting the September, number to hit Monday. And if it doesn't, I'll probably go over to the bank and trigger on 150,000 just so we can make payroll. Got to pay some bills too. AP is piling up.
Work overtime.
There's also, we paid yesterday, 246,000 for 2 cutaways plus wraps. So we have 2 new cutaways that were delivered here in the last couple of weeks. And that was part of our 5339 grant, the same grant that's got the parcel in it.
So when the new one's out in the
And,
mix.
yeah, so they're moving forward and getting their bells and whistles put on, and hopefully, I need to get their VIN so I can get them on insurance, but other than that, they're in there, and they're very much needed. The cutaways were burning up pretty good because they're in fixed route a lot.
Are these dual wheels?
Yeah, these are actual cutaways, so these
Oh.
are 12, 13 passenger, the bigger ones that we use for both transit and paratransit. But we're burning up a lot of miles on that Georgetown run. They're on the 14 route.
Lifts were installed out in the facility too.
Yes, yeah, we have a drive-on lift out there. That was part of and that's something we can take with us when we go to the new facility. But that's just makes it a lot easier for, it's a drive-on lift rather than moving mobile lifts that have to go under each wheel.
And how's it anchored to the ground?
It's anchored by those mobile lifts, so we've taken the mobile lifts and they don't move now. And you just drive on and it lift it up, so. So I think we have 3 sets of those now.
Good.
Excuse me. Thank you. Things go south at the beginning of March, like they always do on cash requirements. We're coming off of the 5311 grant, and going on, the new one with no ride 4 probably would have started on June 1st, but with ride 4, we'll go back to the July 1st start, and get back to normal on the rural formula contract. So this still doesn't have all the partials that we need to put in order to make ends meet. But I just so everybody's on the same page, I want to borrow enough so we're not spending so much time dealing with the cash requirements. It takes up a lot of time trying to figure out, the next couple weeks or whatever. And so, I plan on making sure that we borrow enough so that we're not dealing with that. We know we have cash. We're not worried about payroll, those types of things. And as we move forward, and we have the wherewithal to do it. So,
And then you can think about some other things. And
right. RFPs,
yeah. And other-
capital budgets and that sort of thing. From a operations standpoint, things look pretty good. I thought, fares came in pretty well. We're actually above budget based on the 400,000 a year as opposed to the $500,000 a year, but, we're ahead of last year's pace for all intents and purposes. That's a good thing. Despite the fact that ridership went down a little bit, went down about, 2,300. So,
We're getting something out of
6%. We're doing better on a per boarding rate would be my guess.
Getting younger people that gotta pay up.
Yeah, so last November, we were at 0.59 per boarding, and this November, we're at 0.7. So that's probably fewer free trips.
Going in the right
It's
direction.
going in the correct direction, so. Paratransit, still killing it. Those guys, in October, they had a 1.8 passengers per hour, which is incredible. November, which is labeled October, I got a typo in here, 1.64, it's pretty good, really good. Still over 3,000 rides for the month, so that's, I think if microtransit does nothing else for us, it's gonna give us the ability to put a few more vehicles out there. and take a little bit of pressure off of paratransit because they're routinely doing 12 in service, and I'm pretty sure we have 12 in the fleet. So we don't have the appropriate spare ratio in our paratransit system, especially with some of those cutaways moving over to fixed route.
What was that, what, on microtransit, that one bullet way back in the slides about the advantages and disadvantages, the pros and cons of microtransit. A lot of negative. If Rob was here, you get the same pictures you got. on-
No, it probably would.
Like Vanpool.
Probably would. Here's the thing. It's gonna allow us the ability to get to people who want to use our service that we can't get to with a big bus.
Okay.
So it really is an access.
Like Caroline Fort Woolworth,
Yeah.
one example of that.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's gonna take some marketing. To make sure people know how to use it and how to use it. There are, you're gonna have to make inroads into some neighborhood associations, like, okay, if we do this every day of the week, can you all meet us at the community center? And save time, get people butts
Mhm.
on the seats, those types of things. All of that is available to us.
Gotcha. I
Yeah,
think it's admirable if we can get, for the access point of view alone, it's worth it, but, okay.
I think that's, one last thing, new ridership report. I actually printed one out for you. It's up in back. I'll get it for you. But, what I did, you can't really see this. Let me.
I looked at that, it is 23 dates, right? I looked at that and said, why am I getting this?
Oh, boy.
Mhm.
So another thing I need to fix. That's supposed to be 24 to 25, those dates. So you have this October and November ridership numbers in there. I'll fix that and reissue the board report. The red numbers are the monthly average from last year. So you can kind of see, you can compare what we're doing this year to what we did last year.
Okay.
Okay, and each of the three categories, you've got ridership, you've got revenue hours, and you've got, ridership per hour. So like Route 1, for instance, did 3.73 for the year. And between October and November, they were at 3.96. So doing a little better on productivity for the route. So, and there's others that have gone the other way. Okay, and I'll fix those dates.
Read it last night and said, why in the hell am I looking at this stuff?
Brian, man, he's a waste of space.
I got one last thing for Finance Committee. We talked about this earlier, but we need to, if Brian's gonna get to INR with the budget, we need to have a Finance Committee before INR. And
Give them the,
and we need to take a vote if this board here will delegate the Finance Committee to approve a budget.
when is the INR committee meeting? Did you ever find it?
It's not posted yet.
It's not posted yet. I want to say, what day is the 12th? Is that a Tuesday?
First is a Wednesday.
Both of them Sunday.
Not the 12th then. It's that week. It's that Tuesday, so it's the 14th.
So we need to have,
We need, late Thursday, Friday of that previous week.
and give me the Thursday as well.
Let me look it up.
For 10?
Yes. So we won't have December financials.
Okay,
We will have a budget to go through
okay,
and a borrowing plan, like when and how much.
okay, so I'm gonna ask for a motion now to approve the Finance Committee's approval, the Finance Committee's ability to approve the revised budget.
Delegate to Finance Committee the ability to approve the budget, the revised budget.
Are we taking minutes on this? Is this
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
And we're recording.
do I have a motion? And the motion is again to allow the Finance Committee to approve the revised budget. Okay, do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, is there any discussion?
Yes. Is Finance Committee, is it better do this, or is this a perfect example when we should use the Executive Committee?
The Executive Committee, if you look in the bylaws, I can do that. It's really more for an emergency. We don't have an emergency.
Why are we doing it before, why are we doing it before INR then?
Because of the timing. but emergencies, we'd have to have it by tomorrow.
Or the roof would cave in. Okay, I'm
I
with
mean,
you.
I don't know.
I have no problem. I have no
You
problem.
want to look
It's
at
a lot of the same people on finance and on executive committee.
Yeah,
Hey, I withdraw my
I,
discussion.
no, I hear what you're saying. I just, I didn't think about it. I mean, I suppose, I guess what I'm running the risk of is, and they may push me to February anyway. Is I don't want to, I want to get through that process with them as soon as
You
possible.
need, no, I ain't arguing. You need feedback before INR. They
Right.
change your date, great. If they don't, you need to have it earlier. So
And-
I would take back my,
And honestly, the action doesn't necessarily need to be approval. It could just be releasing a draft revised budget so that I can take it to the county and then you guys can approve it officially and we just do those two approvals.
well,
I mean, either way kind of works. It's just a matter, I just need something from y'all to put it out in public.
okay, would you feel better going to INR with a draft approved budget by the finance committee or an approved budget by the board?
Approved budget by the board.
Okay, then let's,
So let's do the approval part.
okay. Is there any more discussion on the motion? The motion again is to allow the finance committee to approve the revised budget. And the reason is so that Brian can take a revised budget to INR, to an approved revised budget to INR. Any more discussion? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, the motion carries. Okay, so now let's set a date for the finance committee.
I'll be on the 22nd then, right?
It's gonna be the 9th or the 10th.
Yeah.
So I can delete my calendar on the 22nd.
Yeah.
All right, Elijah, are you available on the 9th or the 10th? And we can make it, we can do your time, whatever time you need.
Let me look at my calendar.
Who's on the committee?
I cannot do the 9th. I can do the 10th.
Okay, we're on the 10th now.
Friday the 10th.
Okay.
Who's on the committee?
So it's,
Me and
Let's
Darryl.
see. Friday.
I have it.
Yes, I can do Friday.
Committee,
Randall's on it, isn't it?
Yes.
Randall.
Finance.
is it random? Name your time, Elijah, for Friday.
Carol and Randall is what I have on my.
Morning would be better. 10 a.m.
10 a.m.
10 a.m.
What time?
Good.
Okay, so it's Thursday the 9th.
That was the 10th.
Thursday the 10th.
Thursday.
No, it's Friday the 10th at 10 a.m.
Okay. You almost made
That
my
was
heart skip a
Bertie's
beat
fault.
there. Like, wait a minute, I just looked at Friday.
Yeah.
He couldn't do that.
So you'll send out an invite on that, Marty?
Okay, that's all for finance committee. Marvin's not here now. Does anyone else have anything for finance committee? Okay, let's move on to compensation committee, and I'm gonna turn this over to Darryl.
One thing is, I mistakenly thought when we approved the budget for the 2.5% increase in budget for salaries, we should specifically said that also includes 2.5% for Brian retroactive to 1 October. I was not that clear when I did that, so.
Okay, so we're talking about the cost of living adjustment that everyone else got on October 1st that Brian never got because Brian gave it to him and we need to give it to Brian.
Right.
Okay, I'll take a motion to approve.
It's a motion from compensation committee, I think.
Yeah.
You'll need a.
Okay, go.
From that.
Compensation committee,
Yeah, do it.
I so move.
Good.
Thank you, Kitty.
So, this will be retro for the first pay date, whenever.
Yeah.
Okay, can I second that? I'm not on the committee, but,
You don't need a second. It's coming from a committee.
okay.
So no motions needed.
Well, the motion comes from the committee and doesn't need a second, and then you can call for the discussion and vote.
Okay, do I have a motion by the board to approve the compensation committee, committee's motion to approve, Brian's cost of living adjustment retroactive to the first pay period of October, or to when everyone else got it.
You see me walking with Jane, you
You have a
come,
motion.
I help her.
The committee had the motion.
Oh,
Elijah,
Yeah, you're just calling for the vote.
yeah,
Right.
well, yeah, just mute your line. You had people talking.
Okay, I need a motion and a second for the full board to approve the compensation committee's motion. No, I don't need a second.
Compensation committee gave you the motion, so all you need is call for it.
Is there any discussion?
Lord.
Therein lies the limit of my Robert's rules right there.
Yeah. Okay, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Are there any opposed?
Aye.
And the motion carries.
Thank you.
Okay, anything else from compensation committee?
No.
Okay, other ad hoc committees, anybody? General managers report?
Just a couple things. One, we have a number of things going on at Task in January, not the least of which is a new legislative reception that is happening on January 22nd. Another reason why I need to move committee meetings. So that is, I think I'll be going down on the Tuesday before that. It's all in Columbia. And is it Tuesday? Yeah, on Wednesday, the 22nd, we will have a workforce summit, which will involve a number of major employers around the state, Department of Employment and Workforce and task members. And then our legislative reception starts that day at 5 o'clock. I'd love to hear if there's anybody who's interested in going. You can maybe arrange some transportation for that. On Thursday, so the legislative reception's on Wednesday night. On Thursday morning, we have a meeting with Dew to kind of vet everything that happened at the Workforce Summit and talk about the generation of pilot programs around the state to support workforce transportation. We're hoping to have a few employers there to talk van pool and other options that day. And then at noon, we kick into our board retreat, our winter retreat, that will go through Friday at noon. And then on Saturday, there's a state rodeo.
Big week.
That Task is financing. So we'll be sending some drivers for that. That's happening at the Comet in their yard. So looking forward to that. We did have a rodeo with us and PDRTA, Williamsburg Transit came, Fairfield County came, and Santee Watery came. So we had a little regional rodeo in November. Dates are running into each other. I want to say it was the second Saturday. We had a beautiful day. Did it over at the Pelican Stadium. Had a good time, and Matt Simon won the 40-foot competition. So he had a good day. Last thing on the legislative reception, we're asking for 3 things on our legislative agenda. Number 1 is giving us legislation to help govern the ability to trespass people from our systems who are not following code of conduct. The city attorney in Greenville won't let Greenlink trespass passengers because he doesn't think it's legal in the state. Of course, our cities give us ordinances in order to do it. So we just want some clarification on that, get that straight so we can all do it. It's needed practice. Second item is enhanced or increased punishments for driver and transit employee, frontline employee assaults. We're not getting a whole lot of traction with the state on that because they don't feel like there's you need to single out any individual type of person, that it's should be all people, should not have to be assaulted, those types of things. But we're looking for some additional latitude on the ability to press charges. There's been a lot of instances where drivers have been reluctant to press charges because they don't want retribution for that. So we're just having that conversation. We don't really see that going too far this year. And then the third one is 10-time increase in SMTF funding. And we're making a point of getting out in front of SCDOT on this because, it's been 1/12 of a penny of fuel tax since 1987. It's never generated more than $6.5 million in a year. We have pushing 50 million in unobligated federal funds that we can't use because of local match. It's obviously not an issue here. There's a number of services we could put out there to move more people, especially workforce related. So, you know, we don't think that's gonna happen overnight, but we want a plan towards bumping it up over time. Oh, and the last piece is there were 7 systems
Yeah.
that were eligible for SMTF in 1987. There's 33 now, and there's a 34th on the way, in Jasper County. So, we're cutting that pie way too thin. I mean, that was much smaller than that sliced apple pie that I just got. So, that's where we are on task. I think we covered everything on the parcel.
I go number 3 though. Is that something Tash just submits or do you need a sponsor from a member of the legislature to get that in the bill document?
I think yes, is the answer to both of those sides of things. I mean, this is what we're putting out there. Our invitation to the legislative reception is gonna have the invitation on one side of the card and our legislative agenda on the other side of the card.
Well, that's that we at ARP tried to, nursing home patients, us in Alabama, there's only 2 states. They only get to keep $30 of their Medicaid check to go to buy personal hygiene items, panties, lotions, and Christmas cards. We had a sponsor until we wanted 30 to go to $100 a month to keep. He will not go up to $100. So the legislature is, we're not asking for the
It's
moon.
interesting because that's not even his money to keep.
It's Medicaid and the governor thinks anything to do with Medicaid is Medicaid expansion. It's Obama and he doesn't want it. But that,
Is
they're
that
pinching
Medicare too, or just Medicaid?
Medicaid. Anyway, the
Yeah.
dollar amount, you're not asking for too much. You're up for, the fact it went from 7 to
what- And
34,
what state is this?
us in Alabama.
Oh,
Anytime we're at the bottom of the barrel with
Oh, because
Alabama.
My
sucks.
mom was in Florida 20 years ago, and I was only allowed
I
$35.
think, more of it was not dollars as much as was the
Yeah.
link to Medicaid possibly.
Yeah.
But you do need a bill sponsor though.
Yeah, so we're working on that. Not a whole lot of action from our delegation necessarily, although, I need to find an attorney, so I'm looking at Case Britton to possibly, help us with the, trespassing piece of that. So,
Okay, let's,
the only other 2 things, I have 2 more things on, actually 3 quick things. Vanpool ridership is updated on the new sheet. That's always gonna be a month in arrears, because they don't get the report until the 20th of the month. So this usually goes out beforehand, but we'll keep it up to date as we get it. Sam
get a year out of order.
Sam.gov recertification. Oh my God, that I wish Kevin was back here. I have been on the phone, I don't know, maybe 4 hours over the last week and a half with this lovely lady named Mimi Fields in Florida, who's helping me make sure we get recertified on sam.gov, which is a requirement for us to be able to apply for grants like the 5339. So it's sam.gov. So it's system administrative management or something or whatever. Holy smokes. But the problem is our person on that was Kevin. So I wasn't getting any emails. Thankfully, I caught it because our recertification is due on January 25th. And so we are recertified, ready to go. And then the last thing I just want to let you all know is I'm a little behind on triennial corrective actions. Still got to do a DBE goal, and we got to get a Title VI plan out on the street before we get the public meetings going next week, or next month. So those over the next 3 weeks, I'm going to be sitting in my office kind of knocking all this stuff out.
Are those the sort of sundry items that this new hire might be able to pick up?
Certainly the sam.gov.
Yeah.
I would love to hand off a
You
handful of
sit
crap.
around groveling through that.
So, yeah, no, there's plenty, I got plenty of stuff for that person. So, I was very impressed by Chat GTP, so I'm gonna start using it.
Oh, yeah.
It's pretty amazing.
Let me go back one thing. Dr. Twig, do you want to have, your committee meeting on the same day as that, finance committee meeting, or do you want to have a different day? That same day?
Yeah, it probably makes some sense.
Yeah, I
because I
think
won't be here that third week of January. I'll be in.
Okay, let's schedule the invitations for Service Pack and Finance.
You wanna go before, you wanna do like 9 o'clock or do you wanna do 11:30?
7:30.
Okay,
Kitty has spoken.
Yeah.
Okay with you?
And what day is that?
it's
January
January 10th,
10th.
the Friday. Okay, moving along, new business. Any new business? No, any old business? Any new business? Anything for the good of the order? Any announcements? Partners, I guess we'll all see each other next week on the range out there at the peanut warehouse.
Peanut warehouse, yes, I guess that's the only announcement is that we do have a Christmas party. All the board members are invited, plus one.
What side of the building do we park on? I've only been there
Either
once
side.
before and I
It's not that big a building, so either side.
don't.
There's a parking lot on the
Laurel Street side,
Laurel Street side, and then there's one.
underneath the bridge.
Yeah,
That's where I was, only one I've used is that one.
I usually park on Laurel Street when I go to that meeting room in the back where we had the
Right.
stakeholders meeting.
That's part of that.
It's the same building, isn't it?
She says.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where the GSETS meetings are. Yeah, it's the front side of that building as opposed to the back side.
Really? I didn't know that either.
No.
That is my understanding. I have not been in the peanut warehouse.
It's a warehouse. Wooden.
Yeah.
All right, you're out of
That'd be
order. You're out of order too.
The original room.
Take a motion to adjourn.
What moved?
Second, wait a second.
Like,
All in favor? Aye. Thank you all
Aye.
very much. See you next week.
it was staying.
Oh, have a good one.
Take it easy, Elijah.
Elijah.
Thanks for
Thank
catching
you.
up with us.
Ah, no worries. Enjoyed it. We'll see y'all later.
Yep.
Bye, thank you.
Uh-oh.
Fine, I
Where's our guy?
won't give you anything if I take it home.
Oh, he kind of disappeared, didn't he?
Yeah, I think I called.
Hey, thank you all very much for spending some Saturday